Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly trade review number 25. My name is Alex Winkler and I know what you're probably thinking. Wow, $46 for the last trading week of 2018, that's not very impressive. Well, like I always say, the number one rule in trading is risk management and not losing any money. So I am pretty happy about that. Although I did not get any of those really nice shorts that I was looking for last week, mainly due to the fact that I was simply MIA. I was away from the computer, I was on the slopes, there's a lot of stuff going on. So a little bit of my fault on that. Besides reviewing the top trades and biggest lessons and what's coming for next week, there's two other things I want to talk about in this video. And one is we are leaving Bitfinex. Bitfinex exchange is closing all US accounts. So that is personally affecting me and probably many other people either watching this channel or just in general out there. As you probably already know, Bitfinex is not a US exchange. I'm also going to be talking about today a fun new crypto challenge that Enzlo is going to be starting for 2019. There's a lot to cover in this video and I don't want to take up too much of your time. I also have a flight back to Florida in a few hours, so there is plenty of reason to get this done as soon as possible and be on our way. There's lots of goodies coming throughout this video the whole way through, so make sure to stay tuned till the end. Alright, so usually I do start with my trading journal overview of the week, but this time I'm going to quickly recap what happened here with Bitfinex. So here is an email that I got from Bitfinex, and in short, they are closing all US individual and business / corporate accounts. For a while in 2017 and early 2018, we got around the individual closing of US Bitfinex accounts by switching our account to a corporate account. Unfortunately, now they are also closing US corporate accounts. And what I found on the Bitfinex site is basically that US clients are causing too many issues and they're too small of a revenue stream to really deal with them all. As you might know, Bitfinex is not a US based exchange, so they are just simply cutting their losses on that in a way to say. Unfortunately for me and many others, Bitfinex was the main trading account, so right now I'm moving over. Actually, in the last Sunday and Monday, I spent some time moving funds away from the Bitfinex account and to our Coinbase and Binance account. So Coinbase is going to be my probably primary trading account for now on. It is actually the exchange that I used to use, so it shouldn't be too hard getting back into the swing of things. Unfortunately, I won't be able to short at the moment, so that's not too fun, but I'm going to be talking about some ideas I have for shorting near the end of this video. The last thing that I want to talk about before I start the weekly trade review is just checking out the $100 a week crypto challenge. So this is going to be pretty cool. It's brand new and it's something that our company is going to be doing. I'll make a video specifically for this challenge, so I won't dive too much into details, but this is going to be the first time I talk about it right now. I just finished a very simple page to talk about the challenge, and right now, as you can see here, it's a 52-week long challenge, so it's 1 year long, and the concept is every week you invest $100 into crypto, so that's about $400 a month. And the reason we are doing this challenge is to help people learn about not just getting involved in crypto, but also more about long-term investing, not just strategies, but taxes and documenting and all that fun stuff that goes along with building a portfolio. If you guys already want to learn more about this challenge, just simply go over to crypto.enzlo.com/challenge and you can read all about it. I'm going to be adding a lot more and making a video just for this page, so stay tuned for that. Getting into the good stuff, here you can see a quick overview of the trading week. I had one really nice trade on Tuesday, and then on Friday I had a not so good trade which completely wiped out my Tuesday earnings. So that was a little annoying, and then on Saturday I finished up with a small basically better than a scratch trade, which made the week just slightly profitable. Overall, I really wasn't busy this week. I was looking for a really big short on Ethereum. I never really got it in time. I was always somewhere else. I was really nervous about placing limit orders ahead of time simply because the Ethereum fork that was happening. So there's a lot of variables unknown, and I simply did not have the time to learn about them and invest properly or trade properly. So I was basically on the sidelines all week However, I was trying to watch the markets as much as possible because it was quite an exciting one. Here you can see basically the chart, and this is where we had the nice Tuesday trade, and then the what was it, Thursday or Friday trade that was a loss, and then the little bounce back up. So more or less it was a neutral week, better than losing money, but not the $1,000 week goal that I have planned. Getting started right away with the top trades, 217 Neo trade was a long, and this was quite a cool trade actually. It was a breakout bounce, which I have not done in a long time, even though I love this pattern. So I was really excited about it. And as you can see here, the percentage gain was pretty sweet too. It was a 3.8%. Unfortunately, this trade actually could have been a lot better, and I'm going to show you guys right now what happened. Going to the chart, you can see where my entry was and where my exit was. And you might be thinking already, this is not a breakout bounce. What kind of entry is this? This is more of a breakout entry. And you're right, it is. I did mess up a little bit. I had a limit order right under 7.8. I forgot. I think it was 7.75 or something like that. I would have to check again, but it was kind of right under this little green wick, bottom wick area, and I did not get executed. I was going to freak out. I was like, oh, I can't believe it. So I kind of broke a little rule, and I chased the price just a little bit because I really liked how we were holding our highs after an ascending channel. That's a huge bullish indicator, and that is why I was looking for this trade initially. I just did not get my ideal entry. However, that's fine. I did wait for this kind of breakout right here and then got my entry. Unfortunately, if I waited longer, I probably could have got a better entry, but I still got almost 4% on this trade. I do want to point out the fact that chasing a trade is very dangerous. And as you can see here, this almost, I could have closed out my position and took a loss on this trade. And this is why I never recommend chasing a trade. You're simply, every time you're moving up your limit order, you're getting a worse risk reward, and it's not something I really recommend. And a lot of trades I've made in the past have actually resulted in a loss because of chasing. So do not chase. The only reason I did get a little more aggressive this time is because I really liked how we were holding support here, and we had this was in the beginning of last week, and there was a lot more run-up potential just because of the Ethereum fork. Typically before a fork, we'll have a bunch of buy the rumor, sell the news thing, and we had a few more days to go. I was expecting a lot more run up in that regard. There's a lot of other indicators and catalysts that I was rooting for. So I was quite excited about this trade. Unfortunately, yeah, this limit order was not the best entry. Going right into the next trade, I think this was a support. Yeah, this was a support line bounce, and this was also a pretty cool trade. I forgot what the profit margin on here was, 1.6%. Yeah, so roughly a bit less than half of the percentage I'm usually looking for. But you can see how clean this trade was. This is kind of like a breakout bounce, but a breakout bounce is usually much more clean. What I was really looking for was this big support line right here. You can see that we topped out here, topped out here, topped out here, try to break out. This was a fake out, try to break out again, and then we really broke out here, and I was looking to retest this level. This trade could have really been a breakout bounce or a support line. To me, it was more of a support line, so I left it as that in our trading pattern. And this entry I couldn't be more happy about. But this time the exit was not perfect, and the exit right here I was looking for just a bit higher. I think my exit order was at about 8.2, so maybe right around here. I was just looking for a little bit further of a run up. Unfortunately, I did not get that, so I closed out when this trade was started kind of fizzling out right here. This is a longer term resistance level, and usually when we break that, we do have quite a nice run. It didn't really happen, and then when the price got choppy, I just cut my position. I could have had a better entry maybe here, waited a bit longer. It actually did hold its highs a bit longer. Could have got out maybe 8.1 pretty easily. But when the price goes against you, you got to be really careful because it could go against you really fast. And again, this is not swing trading. This is not investing. We are simply day trading. And if the price goes against you, you want to get out. You do not want to trade chop. If hope is your strategy, that is a really bad sign. So, we want to keep it very clean and easy. Another thing that I like to talk about is with trading, you do not need to get ideal entries and exits. So even if I got in here, it still would have been fine. Again, my 8.2 might have been a little too aggressive. So if I got out at 8.1, it would have been fine. The important part is simply getting the meat of a move. You want to simply trade a move that is going to be pretty big, and then if you reduce your entry and exits, or not necessarily reduce them, but you're very conservative on your entries and exits, you're going to have a much higher chance of being successful and profitable in a trade, simply because you aren't trying to squeeze out every little penny. Because what happens actually quite often is you have a limit order, and the price just goes, and basically it feels like it sees your limit order and starts going the other way. What you could have done is close the trade, take your profit, get out, look for another pattern, and be happy with your trade. You don't want to get the perfect entry and the perfect exit. If you keep looking for that, you're going to hurt yourself in the long run. You want to get that nice chunk in the middle, and that's what you're looking for. Nice, we're making good time, moving right along to the biggest lessons. Ethereum. This trade was a little bit stressful. I said, don't look, it's horrible. I got way too aggressive on this trade, on my short, and this is actually one of the shorts that I was looking for with Ethereum along the way before the fork. Probably would have been better after the fork because all the news is priced in already, and that's when shorting is much better. So this is really a trade that should have never happened, and I kind of wrote a lot about it because I was a little disappointed in myself, but it happens. We all make mistakes, and this is a good lesson here to learn. Basically, I was shorting inside of a descending triangle pattern, and you can see right here where my entry is. I shorted here, and I was looking basically for a continuous dip off the highs. Here's a longer term time frame short view. You can see I shorted here for a second red candle run. Way too aggressive, especially after a swing down like this, and then right after we shot back up, and I basically got stopped out right around here, which was a good thing because this price went way over 160. So the stop was really important, and the price could have even shot up further. Another very dangerous thing about this trade is simply the Ethereum fork. Bitfinex, even on, I think it was Saturday, it was Monday actually, yeah, so yesterday on the 7th, closed or froze all of Ethereum trading. So that's a very dangerous thing to get into. That's why I was very also aggressive with my stop, wanted to get out of that trade as soon as possible. I did not want to risk having my account frozen until the fork was completed. I mean, that is just very excessive risk. This trade in general was way too aggressive. I should have waited for after the fork, and right now actually we're seeing very beautiful shorting levels, especially after the price hike to 160. Unfortunately, I didn't take advantage of any of those because my Bitfinex account is more or less closed. I already removed all my funds off of it, so right now I'm just watching these short patterns and I'm just freaking out. But I'll get that all taken care of soon enough once I either get a new shorting account or figure out a different solution. I don't want to dive into any derivatives really. I just want to keep very simple spot shorting. Most importantly, I also want to focus on a trading strategy that is very easy for you guys to follow and replicate. So it's not all bad that I can't short right now, since most of you guys can't short. So as long as I have a trading strategy that is very easy to follow and replicable for you guys, that's the main thing I want to focus on. Whew, there's so much to talk about. I need like a glass of water or something, but we're almost done here. What's next? What's coming up in the week? Right now it's already Tuesday, so I want to kind of recap a little bit maybe of what I already did. Like I said before, I moved my funds off of Bitfinex to Coinbase. I'm going to be using Coinbase as my new trading account for now. In the future, I also want to look for a few new ways to short, something that everyone can use. However, right now I'm fully booked. I have a flight in a few hours back to Florida, and then on the 13th I fly back to Berlin, and in between that time I have just a bunch of stuff I'm doing for Enzlo, our main company, so I'm going to be quite short on time. Remember guys, there is nothing wrong with not trading even for a whole week. Sometimes it takes time to find a perfect pattern, and patience is always your friend. And always remember to avoid trading chop. You want to always keep an eye out for those perfect patterns, and that's why I made the Discord chat. So if you see a perfect pattern, you can post it in the group, and hopefully other people can jump on board with that pattern. I'm only one person and I can't find all the patterns, so it's really beneficial not just to me and everyone else that when you post in the Discord chat, and we can have a little group discussion about any sort of upcoming trade idea. It's also really good for you because when you post in the Discord chat about a trade idea, you're going to probably have to defend your trading thesis. So it kind of forces you to think through it a bit more, and also gives you some nice feedback from other people. Remember guys, if there is anything that does not fully click in this video or any other videos that I have previously published, it's probably because you have not studied everything that I either teach or have shared on this site. I'm posting an average of 5 trader watch lists per week, and that is usually from Monday to Friday. And in those watch lists, I talk about everything that I plan to do that day, day trading. I talk about things like Bitfinex account. So you're kind of getting this whole weekly trade review on a daily basis, which is really beneficial and always staying on top of your game as well. I'm documenting my trades in real time, like the 3 trades that I shared with you guys today. You guys can click on those individual trades, not just check out the images and the charts and everything that I post, but also see other trades that use the same chart pattern and review each and every one of them back to back. That allows you to really build your trading educational resources and improve your own favorite trading patterns. Also on this site, I have my complete investor portfolio, and you get access to the advanced crypto trading course. You can also find on this site my chart pattern library right under resources, where I talk about my favorite entries and exits and experiences on the different chart patterns that I trade. You'll also see my top 3 short and long patterns that are calculated based on my trading statistics. My goal is to have the best online educational crypto trading resources and get you to become a consistently profitable trader. I'm doing that by sharing all my trades before, during, and after. Remember, it's much cheaper and faster to learn from someone else's successes and failures on top of your own to expedite your learning curve. Like always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at alex@enzlo.com or just leave a comment somewhere below, either in this post or YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel or you have not already, I highly recommend checking out the 5-day free Intro to Crypto Trading course. There's 16 videos. It's really good for anyone who's either new to crypto trading or has some experience in the past. I think that covers everything that I wanted to talk about in this weekly trade review. Remember, have a great week, look for the clean patterns, and best of luck everyone. Ciao, ciao.